Welcome on back, doggies. Today I'll be telling you the story of Sarla. It was high noon in the desert when Sarla stepped out of that there cave. She wandered into the desert. She was looking for something. She didn't know what she was looking for, but she knew there were a village to the southwest if she ever needed to wet her gullet. She was joined on her adventure by the friends in her head, Bones, Cyan, and Green. But she saw a cactus. The cactus was pointy. She knew if she cracked open that there cactus, she'd get some water. But she didn't need no water yet. Her canteen was filled on up. And the outlaws were rampant. There was one now. It seemed this outlaw didn't know who he was dealing with. Battle Boy Joey. So Sarla drew her revolver and shot once, twice. Down went the Machamp. A third time, Giglith blew itself up, but Sarla was alright. She walked away from the corpse of Battle Boy Joey. A Helioptile popped on up. She didn't care.
I kind of want you to do this for the entirety of the episode. Oh!
There was a palm tree for some reason in the desert. That weren't right. It was one of them lonely executors. Sarla didn't need one, so she killed it. Better to leave it like that than laying down in the dirt like a mongrel. Some two-timing no-good mongrel, like her father were. Another bandit approached her. Said this one weren't no regular bandit. This were a desert dweller. Someone who had survived in the desert for more than one day. Like herself. She killed the desert bandit's Flygon, and then it's Maractus with the same move, Ice Fang. Her trusty Pokemon survivor was the culprit of this Ice Fang. Unfortunately, he went down to an Aevium double hit. Like all good men do. But of course, Zepto Mark II came on out to prove that he were the superior Pokemon. He killed that Ambipom and the Oran Guru, even after the Trick Room went up. You couldn't trick Sarla. They were the straightest shooter in the whole West.
How long are you going to be able to keep this up for?
Depends on how long you have material. Gaffieri fought the Cacturn, but there was no need to fight no Cacturn. So instead, Sarla headed on up and into a cave. Sarla didn't know much about this cave, but the sign read, Alamessa Urban, City of Happiness. Well, based on the skulls on the ground and the Torterra in the way, they didn't seem to be happy no more. Sarla couldn't quite see across the cavern, but it seemed like she couldn't get across. The Torterra wouldn't let her pass. Seems she couldn't
How
go
broken
this
this
way.
game is, surely I can just
That weren't the fight.
slip past.
That weren't possible, it seemed.
The entire episode, I need you to keep that voice up.
So Sarla continued her wander through the desert.
Only 27 more minutes to go.
She found a mineral ball. That would be useful if she ever needed to catch a rock type. She didn't expect that she'd need to, but you never know. She stepped into a ruined town. But then some yokel Vileplume popped on up and stole her money.
Oh my god, we got mugged.
Oh.
Pokemon are still here, but did we really get mugged?
Money. So she decided to walk back towards the digital Vileplume. What was what? But you spawn her again and dropped her off on the other side. Not exactly kind of it, but it looked like she couldn't take her revenge on it.
Oh, I am losing money.
So she decided to walk off to the west, to where her
The
fortune
Zenberg
lied.
Darmanitans.
She found some weird statues and a Gligar.
Do we have one yet? Actually, we probably do have a Gligar
No.
somewhere, right?
Well, it's seeing as it says captured.
Wait, we have a Gliscor, don't we? What the hell? Where'd you come from?
There were a cactus near statues. It were a shiny, so she decided to catch it. You never know when a shiny would come in handy. Which is actually really funny because there is a guaranteed shiny cactus in this desert.
Was this it?
It
though?
is not this. It's not this one.
Wow, what a waste.
Huh.
Indeed. This character were being a rat, that son of a bitch to capture. But Sarla wasn't giving up. She wanted it. She wanted any shiny she could get her little hands on. So she threw out Zepto in the hopes that his crunch wouldn't kill. It of course didn't, because Zepto knew what Sarla wanted, and Sarla knew what Zepto wanted. After all, he were her trusted steed. One more great ball in the Cacturne were hers. She decided to give it a fitting name of Bandit, because it reminded her of the band that she met along the way. At least, that were her first instinct. Then, she decided it on a better name. Bandit.
It's Bandit!
After the vendetta that she had against the person who killed her father, and the whole reason she were wandering this here desert.
Well, I take on the
She inquired to
trial.
one of the locals about the local cave, and that person told her that that she was looking at the Sashilla trial site. There was only 4 of the Sashilla villagers. Sarla were interested in this, so she decided to visit this here village. The local told her it was just to the west, so off she rode.
To the east, obviously.
To the south, obviously. Never trust a desert dweller. They always misinform you. That was what Sarla had learned on her long journey. She found another Cacturne. This one weren't shiny, so she didn't care. She told Guy Fieri to torch it, and that he did. Then she found a bridge. This one was a commonly known bridge in the desert, though. It was known as Buggy as Fuck Bridge. Mostly because of the cutscene associated with it. She decided to save it for later. And
This is like the
moseyed on up to find
frickin'
the
desert
Tin
and
Fan.
sun and moon. So confusing
Not really.
to go through.
It's a big square.
I'm assuming there's nothing
The
of
desert were a
interest
big
this
square.
way, right? The across the bridge was the place we needed to go to?
Yeah. So there was
So-
nothing interesting up here, but it was always good to pick up some items.
Is there
She found an
anything like
oasis to the
worth
left.
grabbing up here?
She saw a shiny Cacturne up on the ridge.
Oh, really?
But she was running out of Pokeballs, so she decided to save it for a little bit later. The Cacturne came down and decided to throw pollen with her. This she couldn't stand. So she had Guy Fieri punched in the gut just to show who the boss was. Of course, this being a Cacturne, it weren't the boss, so of course Guy Fieri just kept punching it. She kept using Confuse Ray, even though it wasn't really helping her out. Because you never know. The Cacturne hid itself in confusion, like all desert bandits do. Started through a ball, and that were that. She had another shiny Cacturne. She named it Bandit, after Bandit. There was a confused-looking fellow wandering around the desert.
After the bandit that killed her father.
After the bandit that killed the bandit that killed her father. Another
Wait, okay.
Cacturne, another day. There was a confused fellow wandering around over to the left. So I decided to leave him alone. You never know what a desert dweller would do to try and take your money. Maybe even put in a pop-up city. She didn't know why she kept looking at the Cacturnes.
Alright, amplified rock, here I come.
She found a geode in the desert. They were known to contain goodies sometimes. Things that the bandits had hidden away in the desert, of course. In
Is it
this
plate of
rock.
some kind.
In this rock she found on some sort of blue thing in a heat rock. She didn't know what they were for, but she decided to take them, seeing as they were the only things in the rock. She soon identified the blue thing as a splash plate. She had never seen water, that amount of water before in the desert, so she didn't know what a splash plate were about.
Excuse me?
She found a funky looking Budu.
Oh, it's a ground type
It's gonna
Budu. I
be-
want it.
Seemed to
I
be a
want it.
ground type.
I want it.
She decided not to hit it because the thing looked really weak and entirely pathetic. She knew that none on her team could safely hurt it, so she had no choice but to confuse it and
What does the
sit there
mineral
and
ball
wait.
do again?
It's good against rock types. Maybe
this-
ground
this-
types, I'm not so sure about that one though.
Right, okay.
She waited for the Budu to hit itself, but it weren't hitting itself. This were unfortunate. If only she hadn't spent all her balls on catching those shiny Cacturnes. Oh well. If she only had one shot, then she would take it. She did have the mineral ball after all, and that were good on ground taps.
Nice!
It worked, of course, because she's good at that. She looked at this Budu and decided to give it a funny little name, because it was a funny little guy.
Oh my...
Well, this
Wait.
guy.
Hmm.
She She was a bit indecisive about it. What should she call this here buddy? It was brown and looked like it had been living in the desert for a while now. She decided to call it Aevium Green after one of the voices in her head. This word it's avian form, of course. She found it Maractus. She didn't like Maractus. She thought it were like Cacturn.
Why was that one level 39? And everything else level 65?
She wondered to herself. Then she realized anybody weren't going to be no strong. She found an oasis with the Claydol in it. Looked like it was waiting for someone, so she decided
this is where you would have been teleported into, wouldn't it?
She had a sense that this were important in some other timeline. Well, seeing as this weren't that timeline, she had no care. Guy Fieri got absolutely rocked by a Doug trio, but that was fine with Sarla. She would be out of this place soon enough. She was done with the desert. She'd had enough. She'd seen it all. She'd been to all four corners, except for the southern part. Who would ever be into a southern part of the desert? The southern part was where the bandits had set up shop, whereas to the west was with the nice people. She decided to visit the local watering hole first. In this case, quite literally.
Here, there's a quick wreck, but it seems like we made it. This is a shaded village, and I've been here for a few times on my travels. People here are quite nice and welcoming, despite their upbringing. Anyway, you three should talk to the village chief. His name is Beta. He'll get you guys back home. Sorry for all this trouble. Wait, are you really going to leave? You haven't spoken in over a year, and this is how things are going to end? Yeah, I'm sorry, Rena. It's a little complicated. But once you guys get back to the city, you should grab everyone you care about and leave. Leave Grand Dream City and don't come back. Trust me.
Starla had known Rand for quite a while now, but he seemed distressed this time. He seemed to
I
have
got
gotten
everything under control. Just calm down, alright?
And he walked off into the desert. Never to be seen again, at least for a while, she thought. Huey spoke up. Who is he talking to?
I remember that message you gave us.
Grab everyone we love and leave Grand Dream City? That's ominous.
Well, if he wants to leave, it's up to him. If he wants me to leave Grand Dream City, then fine. I just want to go back home to Golden Leaf Town.
Bambino knew best. Golden Leaf Town sounded like a great place to go.
And so we never see Ren again.
Sarla wandered into Sashilla Village. The place just looked nice.
So, like, in fantasy stories and all that, the chief lives in the center of the village. But when the village sets up a scaling structure like this one, they're at the top of the village. It's like we're in front of the chief. Ooh.
Sarla decided to look for the chief. It sounded like a good idea, after all, to meet the leader of this place.
Whoa.
They
Wait,
had
this
some
reminds
sort
me
of
of
water
Pokemon
system.
Coliseum.
This reminds Sarla of her time traveling in the Ore region. She met a couple of guys there. They were nice enough, but as is in all things, she had to split up with them. She wandered into the village hut in the center of town, and she heard a conversation going on. Of all the places you could have gone, this is the place you chose? I'm tired of running. I'm here to face things directly. Oh shit, it's them!
Who's them?
Them! The two of them.
The two of... Who are these guys?
Well, one of them is April,
April?
as you can tell from the back sprites. You know,
Oh.
April, Crystal.
Sure. She was
You don't
the
remember them, do you?
champion? She was a champion, right?
Yeah. Also, the reason we have our fused Soul Rock. So, you know.
Right. Wait, so who's who?
Starla had seen the person in the back before, but the person in front of her she didn't really recognize. The person in the back were April, Crystal, whatever the Bambino were calling herself now. She was the reason he had that fused Soul Rock in her party, after all.
Oh,
The guy up front, she didn't know anything about him. Or at least nothing that she could remember at the top of her head.
So
Alright, so who was who?
Who's who? Who's Alexandra?
I don't remember. I think you're Alexandra, maybe?
Is that a new person, or was that the...
No, that's the person we got the fused Soul Rock from.
Here, wait a minute.
Android? Oh, okay.
Android is gone. You're Alexandra.
Thanks. Oh, wait. Android is back.
Yeah, no, is it just me, or does Green not show up in the fucking Discord voice call?
Green is not here.
Green is not here.
Oh. Like in the call?
Yeah,
no,
on the
Green
call
left.
right now.
Okay, well then I see Green's icon still in the, like, actual call thing. Like, not in the channel list, but on the other side. Anyways, yeah, I'm back. Sorry, I
Strange.
Cool.
got dragged
Here,
out
you-
of the
you-
house, but I'm here.
You can read this
Damn it.
character.
Huh? Okay. Things will work out if we just talk about it. No, it doesn't.
Oh, it's Damien.
Now so I remember the name of the guy up front. It was Damien, that dude on the Latios that she met like once in front of the hospital. She knew he was a bit of an asshole from the first time she met him, so she didn't like him immediately. Alexandra, what do you even plan?
Ah.
What? Huh? I thought they said they'd be here tomorrow.
Sarla, my friend, it's so good to see you. If you're here, that means Canon was able to find you.
Isn't
Okay.
Cannon dead? I'm forgetting
word
what happened.
I hadn't heard in a while. Last time she
Cannon.
seen him, he stormed out of that one apartment building. Or maybe it was Soda's place. She got the two confused a lot. Just then, a rustling came from behind her. Hey, did you find the chief, Sarla?
Dear God.
Huh? I'm sorry, but I'm a little confused. Who the fuck are these two?
Hey, Brandon, this is Harry. Nice to meet you.
Hey!
Please forgive me, but I did not request anyone other than Sarla.
Request? What the hell are you talking about? We got this huge ruckus some Blaystar grunts, and then they teleported us here, and it was this chasm. It was wild, man. So yeah, we didn't really come here because you requested anyone.
You all fell into the Voidal Chasm?
That we're an adventure.
But I see, that means Canon was not the one who brought you here. Consider yourselves very lucky.
Why, that we didn't have to meet Cannon again? Yeah, sure.
People who fall into the chasm seldom make it out. That being said, it must be fate that you ended up in this village, Sarla. Oh yay, my laptop's doing a ruckus again. As I requested Canon to find you and bring you here in the first place.
Alexandra, leave these children out of this. You're involving in something they shouldn't be responsible for.
I can't say anything for Reina and Hui, but Sarla has been involved in this long before my request.
That were true. So I've been going through a lot of stuff ever since this godforsaken region. Death, destruction, death again, destruction again. Well, it was mostly death and destruction thinking back on it. Sister, please. I understand your position, but it's my job to protect you. So let me deal with this instead. Okay, everyone, I'm going to ask you to leave immediately.
We want to leave, but we can't leave by yourself, Bird Brain.
Bird brain.
Yes, Bird Brain. If you're rude, I'll be rude back. Everyone is for someone to escort us back to Grand Dream City.
And I will gladly do that. Just don't waste time and meet me outside.
Sarla, please stay. This is really important. There's something I want to prove to Damien, but I'm still waiting on 2 other people to arrive. I ask that you at least remain here until tomorrow.
If it's Melly and Aaron, then... So, I think you should stay and hear what she has to say. Maybe we should stay for at least a night. What do you say, Reina?
I guess sticking around for at least one night wouldn't hurt.
Thank you. You won't regret this, I promise.
Charlotte didn't believe that for a moment. Every time she had decided to do something for someone else, it always led to pain for her, and for that person. Like the time in Golden Leaf Town, where she freed the Giratina. Or that time on that one island, where she did, well, a lot of things, frankly. But especially trying to get that TM and save it. Then, that had backfired spectacularly, led to her first death. Frankly, helping people out just weren't in her motive anymore. I'm done for now, Andrew. You can go.
Oh, is that my line?
Yeah.
I have to run some errands now, but I'll be back tomorrow.
Sarla decided to spend the night with Huey and Raina. They were good friends, at least for now. Gee whiz, I did not expect to be thrown around like this when I woke up today. What do we even do at this point, man?
We have a whole desert village to explore. Heck, an entire desert.
So I guess if we have time to kill, we can just do whatever we want for a little while.
Yeah, I remember seeing an inn somewhere on the lower floor. Whenever we're done with whatever we're doing, we should meet there.
Ha! Deal! I'm gonna go browse the market district.
I guess I'll just chill a bit.
Sarla didn't know what she'd be doing. She could explore the desert, go browse with Huey, or just go straight to the inn.
Anything important?
Well, there's a lot of things we can do now.
Anything?
Sarla had heard there were help center in this town.
No.
She was not interested in doing that right now, though. Instead, she decided to go talk to someone local, see if she could get some info on the desert. She found a dock. There's a dude staring out at the dock.
I think
wonder if that meant
there's some
anything.
invisible combi. Wait, no, we don't. No, we have the surfboard. Some invisible combi.
She decided to head back out in the desert for now. But then she
Okay,
thought
is there
better of it and went on back.
anything you'd recommend we do?
Oh yeah. Go shopping.
Where's the shop?
Well, it's up one station.
Hmm.
We have to wait until after we get dived to do the other big thing in this desert. Not the
Help
help center.
center coming soon.
My bad. My bad. Up another one.
There's the inn.
Sorry, I heard the shopping center were up to the left, at least from one of the locals. So she
Oh, I
headed on
see.
over to see if there were anything interesting. They were an informant. The informant were giggling at her.
Oh,
She wanted to know more about Pick Weber.
what's up with Alita?
She wanted to know about Alita. Surprisingly, the informant had known about her. She
Oh.
did that apparently when Alita were young.
Uh-huh.
Alita asked the Hellas for help with making Kita a cake. The Hellas gave Alita a list of ingredients for Kita's cake, but Alita couldn't read it properly. The recipe called for eggs, milk, butter, and cinnamon, supposedly. Alita were able to collect the eggs, milk, and butter successfully, but when went in town to get the cinnamon, she couldn't read it properly. So she gathered the ingredients as best she could. She gathered them all and mixed them up into a batter. While it was baking, Ellis claimed the cake had a weird smell. Alita ended up confessing that she didn't know what the cinnamon were. The Ellis took out the cake and took a bite. And it turned out Alita put in eggs, milk, butter, and cilantro. This is
Nice.
hilarious. She totally ruined the cake. The Ellis thought it was hilarious or funny. So I didn't understand the value of this story or why it cost $7,000. But she guessed it was a good, alright time. A bit
Sure.
of info.
What do you got?
Directly across from where a vendor
Okay,
selling
I'm gonna
balls.
want to get some balls.
So I decided to pick up some ultra balls just because.
Wait, is there no like other things we can get? Like, yeah, like,
But other than that, she were good. She met an archaeologist at the next one
Yes!
who was talking about Dorland Labyrinth.
Yes.
Supposedly, it were a place where crests originated.
Oh, we get some crests.
She
I
wondered
want
if
to
it
go.
were-
I want to go get some crests.
She wondered where it were. The archaeologist told her they were down south of the village, just before the abandoned encampment. So Starlight decided to pay that place a visit.
We're going crest hunting.
You never know when crests were going to come in handy, as
Okay.
evidenced by the samurai
Oh.
and the other dude on our team.
We would never join a
On our
group
way
like
out of the village,
Cyan.
she met
It's
with
just
Raina.
unheard of. Something must have happened. Something. That's what I believe is. Her thing is a lie.
She seemed to be having a
Sure.
tough time with her brother.
So it's which way? To
She walked around the cliff and down south a little bit.
Abyssal
And-
Labyrinth in here?
She saw time to a place called the Abyssal Labyrinth.
Okay.
She walked in and saw someone sitting in front of a ladder. The guide told her this was the Zorlan Labyrinth,
Sure.
and that he was
go.
charging 5,500 for it.
Okay, so I can get crest here, right?
Starla paid and stepped in. She weren't sure what it were about, but she decided to walk around a little bit.
oh boy.
She saw some boulders and some rocks.
How do I find
You can't-
crests in here?
Starla moseyed around, looking for the crest the archaeologist supposedly told her were in here. Voices whispered in her ear.
Relic copper. If we find a relic crown, I'm gonna
Piss? Same.
relic copper. Let's find that relic crown, everybody.
Starlet saw some sort of weird plaque on the wall.
Exhibit your strength to the
said,
king. Yes!
Exhibit strength to the king.
Bump!
Starlet flexed her arm, and she heard the rumbling of a doorway.
Ooh, Coffagrigus.
On her way, as she walked away, though, a Coffagrigus attacked her from behind.
Can I catch this thing?
Yeah. This was no
Cool.
trouble to Starlet, though. It were, after all, just a Coffagrigus.
I want it.
It may have knocked out Caffieri, but he was weak anyway.
Do we have a timer or steps in this place? Critical capture, wow.
She got a critical capture on the Coffagrigus.
What do I want to
Decided
call
to
this
give it-
thing?
Joe.
Coffee Gregus, duh.
What?
Gotta call him Gregus. Call him Greg.
Greg, yeah.
She had to call him Greg. He looked like a Greg to her, at
Sure.
least.
His name is Greg.
So I continued to wander around, finding more
Do
Coffee
I have to
Greg
kill
guy.
these things or can I run from them?
No, you can just run from them. But she didn't have time for no silly ghosts. She saw a doorway.
Oh.
Inside this doorway, she found a
Mad
cargo
cargo!
crest.
Yo!
She weren't sure what it did yet, so she decided to check.
Raise the defense and speed and increase the special attack by...
It swapped.
Oh,
It
swaps
turned out
defense
it
and
swapped.
speed.
It swapped my cargo defense and speed, increased the special attack base by
So
10.
it makes it faster and weaker.
It seemed like it turned into a good shell smasher.
That's cool.
Too bad she didn't have a mag cargo to use it on for right now.
We actually
She
do.
might change that in the future.
We have
She
a
decided to look
cargo.
around more for more of these crests. They were all as powerful as that, then well.
So these are only obtainable metal plate. Cool. Only obtainable if I find those door things, right? Icicle plate.
Yeah. She looked around for more doors like that.
Oh,
What
You're
she
on a
didn't know
timer.
was that strong force was drawing near.
they're on a timer.
She felt
The fuck
something,
are we on
she felt their
about?
scent rolling down her back. Then suddenly, she were back at the entrance. Once again.
Okay. Is this place randomly generated or?
No, it's the same every time.
Got it. Cool.
So Starla
So we
realized
can go
that,
run around and find some stuff.
the
PP
entire
Max.
place had reset. The entire place minus the atoms reset. She found some sort of strange barred door with red energy. Maybe it had something to do with that,
Oh.
that plaque she found earlier. Maybe not.
Nice.
Either way,
Or a
she found
Corio
Corio
crest.
crest in another room.
Yo, increases speed.
It
and
seemed to
special
give
attack
up-
stats by 25.
It's going to
That's
increase
cool.
the speed and special
That's
attack
pretty
by
good.
25% of both.
I like
that
this
were
place.
pretty-
I like getting these
That
crests.
seemed mighty strong for such a weak bird. Unfortunately, she
Yeah.
didn't have an Oricorio or any way to get one right now. But in the future, she figured it could be helpful if she ever needed to use
Are there
an
only
Oricorio.
relic coppers here, or
On this floor? Probably.
oh, there are different floors?
Well, duh.
So I might actually eventually be able to find some stairs leading down or something. I've already
Well, what do you
been.
think that red energy door was about?
Oh right. How do I unlock that? I guess I gotta.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
probably, exhibit your strength to the king.
How the fuck
Starlet
did we
soon
get
realized what the goal of this place were.
Damn it.
Get to that plaque, then get on back.
Okay. I want to pull
Should
up
do
like
the
a map or
back or up
something
to the
so you
left.
can tell me.
There is no. I don't have a map of this place. I just know it by memory.
Oh,
And you've already fucked with that by going in a completely different direction than the way I usually go. So,
well. Is
So I
it
knew
just
the
that
plaque
one
were on the
plaque?
left. So I knew there was a plaque on the left side of the
wait,
room.
I get it now. I thought the door I opened was the one with the plaque, but it's just the plaque that you do to open that. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I'm stupid.
Starla Mosey decided to try and find a way over to that plaque again. She knew we were on the left side of the room, so she
Yeah,
directed her
um,
efforts towards that
At
side.
this point, I'm more looking around for more. Yeah, there we go.
While she were doing that, she found a
Use the
survivor
Viper
crest.
Crest!
Venom would have lacked that.
Allows Viper to hit harder against healthier foes. Speed increased by 50. That's cool.
It sped up Survivor by 50% and increases damage the more health the opponent had. Good for fighting chances, she supposed.
Already been down this way.
Starla found that Copagrigus from before and knew she were near, but she also knew that a strong force were also near.
Already been down.
Oh.
Okay, let's go find the. Alright, tell me where the thing is. Let's go immediately for it.
Basically, just head left. Head left, head down. When you hit that Copagrigus, go down again. The voices in her head were talking about where to find the plaque. She decided to
Yeah.
trust them, because they seem to know more about this place than she ever would.
So
This
then
ain't really
where-
a western no more, seeing as we ain't in the desert, but
Alright, now we're gonna go to the red thing.
Scarlet-
Where is it?
Starlet decided to look for that there red door, which was to the right of the entrance.
Alright. You We
She
just
quickly
go
found
for
it and entered into the room.
Right.
She stepped
Hey,
down and found herself on a new floor of the labyrinth.
Will this
She
spawn me
figured she
here
probably
next
should've saved
time, or
it.
do I have to do all that over again?
No, you gotta do it all over again.
Ooh.
Oh.
So I didn't know what you were looking for this time. Maybe another plaque. Maybe something else. Either way.
I'll be fine if I at least get a door down here somewhere.
She wandered for quite a while, looking for something of interest. A door, an item. Hell, she'd even take another Cofagrigus.
Oh.
She ended up finding a door, inside of which
Hypnocrest.
there were a Hypnocrest.
Special attack accuracy, that's pretty interesting.
It buffed Hypno's accuracy. It gave +1 to accuracy and special attack. Like a special home claw, she thought. She thought that seemed pretty apt for a Pokemon based on using the move Hypnosis.
Iron plate. Okay, that's the next level, I guess, right there.
There were a lot of holes in the floor.
Wait, I saw a door over here.
Remember that one time at summer camp where she had to dig holes.
What?
Unfortunately, not all the doors in this place had crests.
Okay.
She saved even though it was far too late to get anywhere of value.
I know.
She probably should have shaved earlier, but she also should have saved upon entering this floor.
Alright, let's go back down then.
She stepped back into the labyrinth. The guy gave her a funny look.
So,
like,
is the
why do you
door
keep
already
doing that?
open, or...?
No. Door closed every
Right.
time.
Sense. Then down from
Stop
here?
fighting this Cofagrigus.
Well, I mean, it's a good way to know where we are.
Holy hell.
And besides, it's faster. Starla made her way through this stupid maze again. She were getting tired of it already. She couldn't imagine
Yeah.
trying to do this for real.
Yeah,
Here we go.
fucking long.
She saved upon entering this door, upon getting down here. Just in
Okay,
case
cool.
she ended up getting kicked out again. She had enough of that.
Toxic plate, I'm gonna grab that.
She saw some sort of
Oh.
glowing Cofagrigus, but ignored it. Always
I
ignored the
can-
glowing things.
So I can tell which one will attack me if I pass it. Here we are.
Yes.
Stantler crest.
She found another crest, a Stantler crest.
Hmm.
This one wore like the Hypno crest, but for physical.
Yeah.
Which
We're seeing
means
like
it's now
stat stuff.
literally
When are we
just
gonna
home
get more
claws.
like additional stab bonuses?
Well, this is the uninteresting crest portion, so
Oh, that makes sense.
the better crests were further down.
So we gotta
She
somehow make it.
heard rumors of some sort of Cofagrigus crest, which seemed apt considering the state of this place, but
Oh,
she hadn't
cool.
found it yet.
I'd like to get it.
She kept on wandering on down. She smashed many
Okay,
rocks.
I found the door.
She
Oh,
found the exit,
no.
and she found a plaque. Defeat the sleeping
Oh!
coffin instead.
Oh!
Where
you're
had
telling
Starla
me
seen a sleeping coffin before?
I actually had to go fight that.
Yeah, you might as well just reset. You don't have enough steps to make it there and back.
Well, let me at least figure out where it is and if there's anything.
It was right beside the entrance.
Yeah, I know. Is there anything of value other than the Stantler? What did I grab down here again? The Stantler crest?
Yeah.
Here it is.
Hey, look, the sleeping coffin.
Got it. I'm gonna reset.
Or I guess the
Uh,
laughing coffin.
The laughing coffin. I hate that. Stop.
Starla had to defeat the sleeping
Now where's
coffin.
that
according to the
Cofagrigus?
plaque. With this
Grab a
knowledge in
toxic
hand,
plate while I'm here.
you
Right.
decided
Fight this thing.
she went off to fight it. The coffin was
Right.
just like any old other coffin.
Hey, yo.
She killed it and heard a door open up somewhere.
Okay. And the Stantler one was down this way.
Starla didn't know. She decided to go look for that Stantler crest again, as resetting it robbed it from her.
Which way was the Stantler crest?
I don't fucking remember, man. This place is
Me neither.
amazing.
Okay, get
Starla
the
wandered around.
Cofagrigus
Uh,
thing out.
Let's ignore it for now.
Yeah, just get
Decided
the
to grab it on her second run through. After all, it more like she'd be using a Stantler anytime soon. She stepped on down
Save!
and saved again. She was
How
3
many steps
floors
do we
deep.
have down here?
I don't fucking know the exact step number. Starla wandered around.
Definitely a bigger place now.
Clearly, this place only got bigger as the floors went on.
We gonna find the better crest down this way?
She heard that apparently started on floor 3. There were better crests.
Okay, well we're on floor 3 now.
Or at least more interesting, according to the guide. There were relic copper. And on it, while she was wandering, she
on the
managed to
next
find
door.
the doorway to the next floor.
Oh, here.
She found another crest room. This one
Glaceon
for
crest.
This one for Glaceon.
Oh, wait.
It swapped its weaknesses to rock and fat into resists. That seemed pretty good.
Nice. It's really good, actually. You should
Giving
run a Glaceon
Glaceon
at some
resistance
point.
pretty good. She didn't have a Glaceon, but she did have a couple of critters in her box that could be evolved into Glaceons. She kept wandering around. She found a scout
Okay.
and there were another crest room on the other side.
I might just
Unfortunately, there were none in this one.
I might just
And she
bail
got
with the
abducted
Glaceon, or should I reset and continue looking?
No,
Might as well
just
build
keep
the
going.
Glaceon.
We have enough. We're good. Right?
We can go back in.
And make our way all the way back down.
Yep. Starla
So
decided to weigh their options in her mind. She got in a
So
lot
bail-
of crafts, but none of them have
bail-
been very, very good or interesting. So
So
No,
bail
no,
with the
bail. It's
Glaceon.
good. It's good. I like it.
Masat, she got a funny feeling that the developers wouldn't let her get all the good stuff in that labyrinth right now.
Yeah, I suggest you.
She felt like she would need
go.
another TM in order to do that,
Okay, let's bail then.
or rather specifically the
All right.
HM for that.
Cool. So, Bone, do the outro
Solid.
in that voice.
Starla decided this had been a good enough point for today. He decided to stop and take a rest with the guide watching over her. In the desert, you ain't gonna be able to trust no one but herself. But for a moment, she decided to trust for someone else. Thank y'all for watching Pokémon Rejuvenation, the Spaghetti Western. And we'll see y'all in the next video.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao.